All right, everybody, put your hands together for our headliner tonight. He's a really nice guy. Be nice to him. Okay, name's Chris Gethard.
Woo! My philosophy has always been, why say no to doing anything? The only things you have to abandon in order to live by it are common sense, a command of reason, and social acceptability. Not a bad trait.
I'm unable to tell you what it feels like to be a little angry. My emotions work as if controlled by a light switch. I'm either fine or I'm out of control.
Now, I never really had to deal with that until I got to college.
Rutgers University.
Rutgers and I had a few things in common. In a few years, we'd both turn out fine. But back then, we were both feeling pretty beat up. I was miserable. I did what anyone who was 18 with an internet connection would do in the late 90s. I retreated to the internet.
Specifically to AOL's Instant Messenger program. Here's a typical conversation I had with Andy, who lived directly across the hall from me. How's it going?
I have no friends here.
Me either.
BRB, I'm going to go stare at that Indian girl with the rotten tomato tits.
Such were the types of high-minded conversations that served as life rafts, keeping my psyche afloat. That is until the day Framsky was taken away from me.
Chris, watch out!
Take me out tonight, where there's music and there's people and the young and the light.
Then it shut down. All it took was a little homemade virus to cut me off.
You are about to witness a rage known only to those with Irish blood raised by a melodramatic mother in a neighborhood full of self-hating Catholics. God! Rob! What was that? I mean, what was that?
I'm so sorry. It's this guy on my floor. He's been doing that to people all week. He thinks it's hilarious.
Why? What did I do to him?
Nothing. He just came in my room and took your screen name. I didn't realize. I'm really sorry.
Rob, what is this kid's deal?
Well, it's Derek. You gotta understand, he's a really good guy.
So why did you just say his name like that? I've never heard that name in my life.
Oh, well, it's spelled like Derek, but he pronounces it Derek. He's from Toronto.
Oh, this fucking Canadian fuck.
Wait, what's your deal with Canada?
Oh, I don't have a problem with Canada. But I do have a problem with any fucking Canadian who thinks he's gonna come onto my turf, New Jersey, and pull a fast one on me. Okay? It may not be the prettiest place in the world, but it's mine. Rob, what dorm do you live in?
Rockefeller. Why?
Hey, you're just as depressed and crazy as I am, plus you have a car. Do you wanna go to Princeton and meet up the Princeton kid?
Yes.
But then the strange fear gripped me and I just couldn't act.
It's fucking beautiful.
It is the complete opposite of Rutgers.
It's so clean.
How can a school be so grime-free?
We should not have dressed in all black.
Someone at Princeton was likely to stand out if he wasn't wearing khaki pants. Rocking wannabe paramilitary gear probably wasn't the best choice to go unnoticed.
Fuck, it needs one of those magnetic swipe card thingies. What the fuck?
What is that even for?
Maybe we shouldn't. I mean, we are kind of going a little overboard.
I mean, I guess it is kind of unfair to take it all out on one unsuspecting kid. Okay, alright, this is not just cheesy.
This isn't just the kind of white bread that would never survive at Rutgers.
No. This is a rallying call to war.
We walk around most days feeling bad about ourselves.
Yeah, we wake up every day pissed off about how things are going.
And worst of all, we go through life so uncertain and angry that we're not sure if we're going to turn out okay.
Yeah, and there's no way that you sing Christmas carols unless you feel fine about the world. I mean, you have to be happy to sing a Christmas carol. There's a reason it's not just called a song.
Did I help you with something?
We're friends of Rob's from Rutgers. He said we call it waiting.
Well, you can wait with me, I guess. My name's Derek.
To him, Framsky's just a made-up name on a computer screen of some guy who lives down the hall from him. He doesn't know Francie goes to Rutgers, and how unhappy Francie is with the way things are going for him. He doesn't know of Francie's habit of overreacting to the smallest things, making them out to be symbolic of how his entire life is going. Most importantly, he doesn't know Francie is the skinny, clad-in-black weirdo staring furiously at the back of his head.
You guys have a seat on the floor.
Actually, Derek, I'm gonna sit wherever the fuck I want.
Sorry, I don't think I got your name.
My name's Framsky.
Your friend, what's his name?
His name's Framsky too, motherfucker! Don't you ever fuck with me again!
You have to go. You have to go right now.
Don't you ever fuck with me, okay? You have no idea what it's like out there. You don't know who I am.
What you're about to hear is the toughest thing I've ever said.
I am in your house, motherfucker! I am in your fucking house, and there's nothing you can do about it!
Only at a place like Princeton could a guy who looks like me be the bully instead of the bully.
You have to go. Right now.
I am in your fucking house!
Go! Leave!
I am in your house! Framsky's at the door!
Yeah, we need to leave. Well, cops here will be here any minute. Might as well gather up in one place to make their jobs easier.
Uh-huh.
I was scared about what had come out of me that night. I'd always been an angry kid. That was usually reflected inward and directed in a kind of cripplingly low self-esteem. That was the first time I'd seen that anger lash outward. It almost brutalized a stranger. I didn't know what I felt worse about. Almost doing it, or not doing it. To our amazement, the police never called. I'm not a stupid person. I read The Economist. Only on airplanes, but that still counts. I DVR Meet the Press, although I also DVR America's Best Dance Crew. I'm normally a fairly intelligent person who doesn't actively look for stupid situations to get involved in. That's what makes the depths of my occasional stupidity that much more profound. For example, I once microwaved a plate with a metal fork.
Dude, what the fuck?
Oh, shut up, dude. It's the season where Brandon's dating that racist girl.
I once drank a cup of pinto beans thinking it was some sort of soup. It was not soup. It was a cup of beans. I drank the liquid from the cup directly as if it were some sort of broth. This was stupid both in that A, I don't know the difference between beans and soup, and B, I don't use spoons. Anyway, stupidity has never been my real problem. Manic depression has been my real problem. Losing your mind is sort of fun in an exhilarating, daredevilish sort of way. That's the manic side. It's a side that makes you wander down an abandoned boardwalk in New Jersey, carrying an envelope containing $3,000 in cash just to see what happens. It's a side that makes you stumble into a rap battle circle you encounter by yourself near a highway in Manhattan at 4 a.m. on a Wednesday. It's the side of you that makes you write a one-act play in less than 15 minutes called Time Phone and try to convince your friends to perform it that night in the ATM annex of a closed local bank.
Well, golly! I just used the old Rory phone at Old Man Thompson's soda fountain, and now I'm in some crazy newfangled space world.
It's pretty fucked up to admit. There's part of me that liked the manic side because of how it made me feel.
I feel daring, masculine, creative, attractive. The manic side of manic depression's really fucking fun.
Of course, then there's the other side of things, and that can catch up with you pretty fast.
So I found the coolest thing in Manhattan the other day. It's this comedy theater inside a shitty old strip club.
You're really selling it so far.
It's called the Upright Citizens Brigade.
What does that even mean? It sounds like some kind of neighborhood watch or something.
Yeah, I don't really know. They all just call it UCB.
Well, I think it's really great. I mean, you could really use a creative outlet, and it's wonderful that you'll show people how funny you are. Okay, now, don't worry, my friends don't bite. And try not to do that thing where you hold your legs. Hey.
When conversations were at the most basic level, I was fine.
So, how are you?
I'm alright. You?
What's your major?
American Studies.
Oh my god, Levine's lecture on Sousa the other day was amazing.
Amazing. I love Sousa so much. The first time I heard The Gladiator, my life was changed.
Oh, I totally get that. Chains of Venus is one of my absolute favorite marches.
No. We played Semper Fidelis in my high school band, and I swear to God, I was born for this.
But heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking for a job and then I found a job. And heaven knows I'm miserable now in my life. Why do I give valuable time to people who don't cherish?
Running around like a lunatic gave me lots of cool stories. But the rest of the time I was putting myself through hell. I was miserable. Avoiding classes, running out on my friends, staying all my time locked in my room. People would ask me,
Dude, I think you need help.
I'd cut them out of my life.
When you disappear for days at a time, I'll accept your rambling apologies. When you fall apart completely, I'll be here to help you get back on your feet.
Of course, though, eventually, not even a saint like Veronica doesn't.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, when you get home today, don't make any other plans. We need to talk about some stuff.
I get it. I'll call you when I'm home.
Important detail for later. I left with $20 from home. The round-trip train ticket was $12.50.
And the usual weekend afternoon in the city meal, a pretzel with cheese.
That left me with about $5 when I headed to class.
Can I help you? Special flower for special lady.
Do you have a rose or something? $5 or less?
I have one rose. Lucky for you. Costs exactly $5.
You want to see an example of the discrimination paid against the state of New Jersey? Pay comparative visits to the two main train terminals in Manhattan. On one hand, Grand Central Station is beautiful.
That's where the trains to Westchester and Connecticut go. Everything's made of marble. You know, people come here just to read because it's so peaceful. The station even has an actual oyster bar.
Yeah, I would never eat oysters at Penn Station.
I wouldn't eat food I bought somewhere else than brought into Penn Station. Once there, then instantly becomes garbage. Notice how the floor of Penn Station is always slightly moist. I assume this is the residue of thousands of people's tears. God help anyone who has to use the men's room. There are people there who can only be described as lurkers.
On a normal day, Penn Station's a pretty soul-crushing place. But today, on my way to the first true dumping of my young life, indescribably awful.
Now boarding Northeast Corridor train, now boarding Northeast Corridor.
So, headed home? Jersey's way better than this fakakta city. What stop you headed to?
Brunswick?
Ah, headed back to school?
Yeah. No, actually, I'm going home to get dumped.
How can you be so sure?
I mean, it's been coming on for a while now. I used her when it was convenient for me and, like, forced her to put up with my bullshit. No, it's Veronica will be better off.
Kid, I've never seen anyone so calm about getting dumped.
I mean, I'm sad she's dumping me because I love her, but at the same time I know how much of a fucking handful I am, and I'm sure she'll be better off.
Next stop, Princeton Junction. Next stop, Princeton Junction.
Oh, fuck. Shit. Fuck. I fell asleep. I'm supposed to be in New Brunswick.
Alright, a one-way ticket to New Brunswick is $5.25.
I have no money. Literally, honestly, $0.00.
Look, best I can say is go over to the other side of the platform, talk to the conductor. I won't bust you, but he might. Best I can do.
Oh, thank you. Really, thank you. Fuck. Oh my god, I'm an asshole to Veronica one last time. All the shitty, evasive behavior, last-minute cancellations. I've got to be late to our fucking breakup.
Wait. You look like you're going to make some young lady very happy tonight.
Huh? Oh, no, not tonight.
What does that
Not that kind of rose.
2 years later, at a single night, changed my life.
You look like a fucking idiot. Is this what you're working so hard for?
I actually performed crying the entire time. The audience didn't notice, but I freaked the shit out of my castmates. There's no traffic in the Lincoln Tunnel, so I made it to the Jersey side of the river in minutes. Being close to home didn't calm me down at all. Pulled over on a bridge skating, and said,
I should jump. Not even high enough to do the fucking jump.
because I knew what I was thinking, crying in the park. I really wanted out. I meant it. It was 2:30 a.m. We hadn't spoken in over a year. She didn't owe me anything.
Chris, what's wrong?
Finally, I'm putting all my cards out on the table. My thoughts are running out of control. I make decisions that I know are dangerous, and I don't know why. I can't do it anymore, and I'm scared.
Chris, the whole time you were dating, you said you would get help. You never did. You need it.
No.
Look, I can't keep getting calls like this in the middle of the night, Chris. So here's what's gonna happen. When you get home, you're gonna wake your mother up and tell her what's going on. I will call her tomorrow, and if you haven't told her, I will.
Exactly what I needed for years.
Mom?
What happened? What's wrong?
I've given up. Honestly, I don't know.
Sat up for a few hours debating the pros and cons of institutionalizing it. It was one of the most surreal, fucked up conversations of my entire life. In the end, we opted not to, and scheduled an appointment with a shrink the next morning. I hit rock bottom. Those that loved me, even when I'd blown it with years before, helped me keep it together. Sometimes people hear about the stuff I've told, and I think they think I'm crazy. I've come to realize they're at least a little bit right.
But it always seemed like everything and everyone around me was crazy. I mean, pretending that everything was fine when the world is so odd and harsh seems more damaging than not.
As a result, I've done some pretty foolish things. People hear about the stuff I've pulled and think,
You've got anger issues.
You're socially awkward.
You're depressed.
to some extent, they're probably all a little bit right. But I don't think any of those hit the nail on the head. To me, they're mere extensions of what I always have been.
What I am.
Confused. Just terribly, terribly confused.
About why things work the way they do.
Why we pretend that things aren't weird in one way or another almost all the time.